Ancient Rome Key Vocabulary by Mr. Amster. Before you begin, please make sure that you have a sharpened pencil, pen, and a highlighter. Key vocabulary. Arch. An arch is a curved structure used as a support over an open space or doorway. It allowed the Romans to use less heavy material than what was used to build columns and allow them to hold heavy structures. They were used on bridges, for aqueducts, and in doorways. Palatine. It is one of the 7 hills overlooking the Tiber River. The Latins, or early Romans, built the village on top of it. Caniculus, an irrigation system invented by the Etruscans. When I say irrigation, what are 2 words that should come right to the top of your mind? If you said water or farming, crops, you're on the right track. The Romans had a very advanced agricultural system. Colosseum. This was a site of contests and combats between people and animals. It was built around 80 BCE, and was responsible for being one of the first stadiums of ancient times. Circus Maximus. It was a stadium for chariot races that could hold 2,000 spectators. Now, the Circus Maximus was an incredible structure. Keep in mind that today, some of the biggest structures in the world for stadiums rarely hold more than 100,000. And the Romans were able to build a structure twice the size. Province, a small area of an empire with its own governor and army. The Roman Empire was huge, and they needed a way to control the small outskirts of it, and also protect from barbarian or foreign attack. A province is kind of similar to states, like the United States has, but we don't really have a standing army anymore. Republic, a form of government with elected leaders. After the Romans kick out the Etruscans, they realize they don't want to go back to having a monarchy or rule by kings. So they pick a republic and allow elected officials to make the decisions for them. The people with the power were called the Patricians. And through most of the Roman Republic, they are the ones who had all the power. But they only make up a small portion of the population. Plebeians. They make up a majority of the population, and they have no say in the government for most of the Roman Republic. Plebes means many. Please underline that now. Roman Senate. A group of 300 men elected to govern Rome in the Roman Republic. And although they would have some power in the Roman Empire, once the emperor took control, their power was greatly diminished. Consul. One of two chief leaders in the Roman Republic. Two leaders. That should make you think of something. What kind of government do you know has two leaders? If you said oligarchy, you're correct. Veto. To refuse to approve proposals of the government. And these were made by the Senate. So the consuls or another senator could propose a law. And if the Senate didn't agree with it, they could veto it. Sadly for the class, you do not have veto power in Mr. Anster's class. Tribune. An official of the Roman Republic elected by the plebeians to protect their rights. The plebeians revolt against the patricians and force them to give them some of the power. The tribunes are the result of this conflict. Please take a moment and highlight all of the new vocab words you have been assigned, and make sure you have underlined plebes means many. Here is a map, or two maps, of ancient Rome. On the map on the left, do you think you could find where Rome is? Well, probably not, but this might help. Draw an arrow from where I have driven, from Rome on top of your sheet, to where Rome is on that map. Notice it is right near the Tiber River. Next we have, on the second map, Rome around 600 BCE. Can you find where the Etruscans began? It was called Etruria. Draw an arrow on your map from Etruria to Etruscans, or Etruria. Latium. This is where the Latins and early Romans set up. Please draw an arrow from Latium all the way to Latium. And here is where Rome is on the other map. Oops. Notice again, it is right. Please take a moment and look through this map. Do you notice any cities that you might know today? Here's Rome. This is Sicily. Notice the boot and it kicking Sicily. Carthage is down here. This is the African continent. Here's Naples. The end.